Greetings and welcome back to another episode in our series of 1,000 Evidences for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. In this one, number 176, it will provide evidence that the Book of Mormon was not written by one man, such as Joseph Smith, but that it was written by many, such as Nephi, Mosiah, and Alma. Each prophet who wrote in the Book of Mormon reflected their own unique vocabulary. Computer analysis shows that each book of the Book of Mormon has his own word print, which is as individual and distinctive as his fingerprints. The following is quoted from an article on Book of Mormon authorship in the Encyclopedia of Mormonism, New York, Macmillan Publishing Company, 1992, Volume 1. And it says as follows: word printing has been used to ascertain the authorship of such works as the 12 disputed Federalist Papers and posthumously published novel by Jane Austen. When applied to the Book of Mormon, word printing reveals that the word patterns of the Book of Mormon differ significantly from the personal writings of Joseph Smith, Solomon Spaulding, Sidney Rigdon, and Oliver Cowdery, who served as Joseph Smith's scribe. Furthermore, patterns of Nephi are consistent among themselves, but different from those of Alma. The results of objectively measuring these phenomena indicate an extremely low statistical probability that the Book of Mormon could have been written by one author. The introduction of new vocabulary into the text is at a low rate, which is consistent with the uniform role of Joseph Smith as translator. Studies have been conducted in which computers clearly demonstrate that the Book of Mormon is the product of at least 24 different authors, that the odds against the Book of Mormon having a single author are more than 1,000,000,000 to 1. That's with a B. See Alvin C. Rencher and Wayne Larson, Brigham Young University Studies, Spring 1980. Cited in Vestal and Wallace, The Firm Foundation of Mormonism, 1981. Pages 178 and through 181. In her book, Diane Worth referred to a research of Dr. Robert Thomas, who in his literary critic looks at the Book of Mormon in Charles D. Tate and Truman G. Madsen, To the Glory of God is the title, Salt Lake City, Deseret Book, 1972, pages 149 through 161. They commented on these variations in writing styles. They say, he found that here is a marked difference in writing styles between the small books written by Enos, Jerem, and Omni. Enos was impetuous, his sentences indistinct and fragmentary. His words roll forth in an irresistible flood. In Jerem, the next book in line, we see a drastic shift in style from that of Enos. Jerem is crisp and to the point, yet there is a sereneness in his writing. He also takes the time to reflect on genealogies and Hebraic law. We see a literal psychological contrast in the makeup of these two men. Next is Omni. Again, we find an author distinct and separate from both Jerem and Enos. Omni is a soldier, proud and dutiful, and perhaps a bit self-centered. In his first two verses, he uses I 7 times. His writings deal with war and peace, conquests and losses. He is not impulsive like Enos. He is not humble like Enos. He is not humble yet forceful, as is Jerem. The following examples presented by the Foundation of Ancient Research and Mormonism Studies clearly demonstrate that one man did not create the Book of Mormon, but that it was a product of many different writers, each having his own style and vocabulary. The phrases Lord God Omnipotent or Lord Omnipotent appear 6 times in the Book of Mormon, and all 6 of them are in King Benjamin's speech. Apparently, his name for God, spoken 4 times by the angel in Mosiah chapter 3, and once by the people, and once by Benjamin in Mosiah chapter 5, was distinctive to Benjamin, and perhaps was considered too sacred to have been used by other Nephites outside of Benjamin's text. And again, as David Fox has pointed out, the phrase "the Holy One of Israel" appears only in the small plates of Nephi and in Isaiah. His name for God appears some 30 times in the Old Testament, and almost all of them are in Isaiah or around the time of Lehi. Perhaps this name reflects the theological understanding of a God who is particularly concerned with the scattering and gathering of Israel. See also, who wrote the Book of Mormon? An analysis of word prints by Wayne A. Larson and Alvin C. Rencher. In Book of Mormon authorship, edited by Noel B. Reynolds, Religious Studies Center, BYU, 1982. Isn't this evidence astounding, remarkable, convincing? Obviously, the Book of Mormon is authentic and true. Joseph Smith, who translated it, was a true prophet of God, and the church he restored is absolutely true. No question about it. There is much more to come in upcoming episodes. Don't miss any of them. And remember, call, don't fall. Call on the God of truth and light. Don't fall for the scroungers who rummage through the garbage heap of gossip and rumor.